Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sorry the video didn't go up yesterday, but it was Thanksgiving and I thought that you guys would want to spend that time with your family and loved ones. So here I am wishing you a happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope that you guys had a whole lot to be thankful for. But I also want to say that even if you do not feel that way, you know, if you're watching this video right now, that means that you have running internet, and trust and believe, I know that it sounds minuscule in a world, you know, where content creators are forever stunting on the ground with Hermes bags and trips to Santorini and Mykonos, but trust and believe that that is something that someone is praying for. So if you have running water and running internet, you know, I am asking you to try and get a little bit of perspective here and give thanks for that, because that is actually something that, you know, to be grateful for. And I hope, I pray that by this time next year you have a whole lot more to be grateful for. That is certainly my wish for you. As per for me, obviously I am grateful for my health and my loved ones, and of course I am grateful for y'all. Okay, now I also want to say that Nushka is coming back to its core. You know, if you've been here from the beginning, okay, you know that this channel is trauma based, that I have started Nushka as a love letter to black women, all the way from FFM Germany, dark-skinned black women, brown-skinned black women all over the world. But if you are an ally of black women, then obviously you are welcome to stay. Okay, 4B here having black women, 4C here having black women, big nose having, round nose having, all black women. But of course my heart goes out, you know, as a trauma survivor myself, as someone who myself was one facing a very adverse childhood experience. My heart goes out to black women who are trauma survivors, which unfortunately is a big amount of us. We know that black women, and trigger warning here, you guys, are 6 times more likely to experience molestation. So my heart goes out to you. And you know, if you've watched my older videos, I guess that one could say that I have addressed trauma a lot from a negative perspective. Now I like to think that I've addressed it from a neutral perspective, but I can see how one would think that I'm addressing it from a negative perspective. So in this video I'm going to attempt to address trauma from a positive lens. I want to give a shout out here to Elaine Aron, who is the author of The Highly Sensitive Person, which is a book that I love. And in rereading it recently, I have, you know, come to the realization that Elaine is doing a very conscious job at trying to address trauma from hypersensitivity, sorry, from a positive lens. You know, she's trying very hard to show us that really being hypersensitive is a gift, you know, that we are the introverted, you know, visionaries of this world. So that inspired me to create these very videos that you guys are watching, trying to demonstrate to you that if you have experienced an extremely adverse childhood experience, then you are in a unique position to become successful. Now obviously we are talking about monetary success here, which is what society by and large deems as success. Obviously I personally think that, you know, if you had parents who were not able to love you, who were not able to parent you in the way that you deserved, in the way that we all deserve, and that you decide to become a mom yourself and show your child that amount of love and, you know, attention and dedication that you wish you had, that is success in my book. But we know that the world by and large does view success as in monetary success. So why are you in a unique position to become extremely successful if you are a trauma survivor? Well, first of all, resilience, right? And before we get into that, I just want to say quickly here that it is what it is. Okay, I want to say that whatever is your story is, and obviously the examples are way too many to name, but acceptance is the first step. Acceptance is key. Okay, so if you had parents who did not respect any type of boundaries, who would just bust into your room, you know, without giving you any notice, and if you complain about that, they told you that you were welcome to get your own place, meanwhile you're 11 years old. If you had, you know, a brother or uncle who used to molest you, my heart goes out to you. you if you have, you know, parents who were very, you know, that you couldn't tell, who were very emotionally like unstable. You couldn't tell like their mood in a day, whether they would be in a good mood or in a bad mood, whether they would be loving or violent. You know, that can be very, very destabilizing for children. My heart goes out to you. Like I said, the possibilities here are too many to name, but whatever your adverse childhood experience is, my heart goes out to you. But at the same token, I want to make clear that it is what it is. It was what it was. Our minds do not come with memory deletion button. None of us, not Beyonce, not Obama, none of us can go back and change the past. That is not within our internal logos of control. So all we can focus on is the present. So I'm calling you to try very hard, and I know that what I'm asking of you here, it's difficult. It is a daily job. I get that. I do that on the daily, but I'm asking you to let it go, kind of like to accept it. It was what it was. Okay, now going from there, you were here given a gift, and obviously I'm using the word gift very lightly here because I'm goofy. Okay, but you were given the gift of resilience. Listen to me. Any person that have achieved any form of monetary success will tell you that they failed and failed and failed again. Okay, like Bezos shipping the books from his, you know, former garage, or XY's former garage. Okay, the Starbucks guys who experienced 202 rejection. Like, can you guys even begin to imagine the type of resilience you need to have 202 people, institutions, investors telling you that your idea sucks, that it will never work out, that they do not believe in it, and neither should you? Can you guys even begin to imagine the type of resilience that you need in order to push forward from there? Listen, but you, my dear, were given this gift at birth. Okay, you, because you've experienced an extremely adverse childhood experience, right, you are uniquely qualified in order to face rejection. You are uniquely qualified in order to fail forward. So, you know, things that would break other people, that would make other people say, oh, this is too hard, man, this is too much, I can't do this, you know, they don't face you. Okay, you've been through a lot, even though you don't look like you've been through a lot. Listen, let me tell you something. One of the most undermined gift of this world is not looking like what you've been through. Okay, like, people talk about a lot of gift, but one of the gifts that I feel people don't talk often enough about is not looking like you've been through. And, you know, do not believe the hype. A lot of people out here do not look like what they've been through. Listen, what you survived have killed, it have murdered other people. People been through what you've been through, and they are not here today to talk about it. They are out in the grave. Okay, so you, my dear, you are uniquely qualified in order to go for your wildest, for your biggest, for your wildest dream. Okay, so girl, get up. Okay, now a second gift that trauma does give us is the gift of manipulation. I'm gonna have to call myself out here. You know, ever since therapy, I have been having to do the conscious effort of not going around life manipulating people. And a lot of trauma survivors do have this gift, right? Because if you grew up in war zone, okay, in war zone, in World War II, okay, if you grew up in a space where the danger could come literally says from anywhere, from anyone, you just sitting, you minding your business, and you get a huge slap, and you're like, wait a minute, what did I do now? I'm laughing about it now because honestly, I've cried about it too much. I do not have like the tears anymore to cry about that. So we're moving on, you know. And if you grew up with extremely, you know, emotionally immature parents, I guess, you know, parents who you could not tell, you know, if they would be loving today or if they would be violent, like physically, you know, towards you. And that makes you, that gives you the ability to read people and situation extremely quickly. One thing with trauma survivors, with people who've had an extremely adverse childhood experience, is that they can read moods, situations, and people extremely quickly, right? It's always something that surprises me when I'm dealing with people who do not get it when you don't want to talk anymore, right? I think we're all human beings, and sometimes we just don't want to engage anymore. You know, you want to read your book, or you want to, you know, scroll on IG, okay? And it always surprises me when I bump into people that don't get that the conversation is over, right? And that is something that trauma survivors usually, you know, if they do not suffer from arrested development, which we will make a dedicated video on, usually they can get this clue, right? Trauma survivors are very good at understanding, okay, this conversation is over now. And think of what a gift this is in a corporate setting, right? Think of how you will not be annoying your supervisor because you will get, okay, they don't want to talk about it anymore. Or you will understand, okay, they want me to, you know, go on and on about this idea. They're excited about this idea. Think about what a gift this is if you're trying to get into the entertainment industry, right? Think of people like Oprah Winfrey, who also experienced an extremely adverse childhood experience, and you know, the list is endless. I would actually venture to say that most extremely successful people have had a challenging childhood, that they are trauma survivors. So again, you are literally a millionaire in the making, okay? So girl, get up, okay? Do not stay in bed. I am calling you today to get up. There is a piece of the pie in this world with your name on it, and I know that the depression been kicking in. I know you've been in bed for 2 days unshowered, but I am asking you today to get up, okay? Get up, get on your feet, pray, do what you need to do, but do not take life lying down. Listen, let me tell you something, because no one cares, like and I don't say this to be mean, but no one is going to come and pull you out of bed, like not even me. I mean, I care about you all 652 of y'all, but truth be told is, you know, most of y'all live in America, okay, and some of y'all live in England, hell, some of y'all live, you know, in Canada, Australia. Like, ain't no way in hell, in bloody hell, even if I wanted to, that I could pull you guys out of bed, okay, and make you, you know, get up. So you will have to do this for you, you know, same way I have to bring myself out here and film these videos every day. I don't have anyone to tell me, you gotta go now, you can do this, you know, you gotta film the video now. No, I have to motivate myself. I have to gather the courage myself. I have to talk myself through this process, you know, and I expect the same thing from you. I expect excellence from you, because I know that you guys have it within yourself, okay? If you need help in this process, feel free to email me at m.nushka89@gmail.com if you need advice, if you want someone to run your ideas through, someone who isn't negative, if you want to vent, talk about the past, if you need help with acceptance. Please do not email me if you need monetary support. Unfortunately, at this time, I cannot afford you that. I hope to be able to do so in the future. That is certainly part of the vision. If you made it to the end of this video, I am grateful and appreciative of you. If you were inspired to get up and go after your dreams, do not forget to give it a ginormous thumbs up in the comment section down below. Let me know what are your thoughts about this subject, and you know, consider subscribing to my channel if you gain any value from it. And I will talk to you guys, as I forever will, as long as I'm alive and healthy, on Tuesday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm out. Mwah.